What if I told you that a simple habit is sapping your energy, destroying your self-esteem, and holding you back in life? You feel exhausted, unmotivated, hand-trapped in a vicious cycle from which you can't escape. But what if the secret to self-control and true masculinity has been hiding in plain sight all along? Stay tuned, because after hearing this, you'll never look at this habit the same way again. Masturbation. A topic no one likes to talk about, but one we all face. Some say it's normal, unnecessary, and even healthy. But have you ever wondered, what if I told you that this supposedly unnecessary habit is more harmful than you think? The ancient Stoics, the greatest thinkers in history, knew something that modern society tries to ignore. They understood the power of discipline, the price of pursuing pleasure, and the secret to true masculinity. Today I'm going to reveal what they knew so you can break free, reclaim your power, and transform your life. The problem: why is this habit destroying you? Let's be honest, that feeling of guilt, that lack of motivation after giving in, that empty feeling, as if something inside you has disappeared. But why? Science tells us that every time you indulge in this habit, your brain releases a huge amount of dopamine, the happy hormone. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Because the more we give in, the more our brain becomes addicted to quick and easy pleasure. And like any addiction, it has side effects. We feel lethargic, weak, and unmotivated. Your heart becomes empty because your mind has already received its reward without you having accomplished anything. The Stoics recognized this problem long before science. They warned against excess and the dangers of allowing oneself to be dominated by desires. But what exactly were they saying? And how can we use their wisdom to free ourselves? Stoic wisdom, the trap of pleasure. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "There is no free man who is a slave to his body." And that is precisely what happens when we allow ourselves to be dominated by lust. Every time you practice this habit, you reinforce the idea of weakness. You tell yourself, "I need this," but in reality it's the one controlling you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, believed in controlling one's desires rather than being dominated by them. He knew that those who cannot control themselves will never be truly free. The more one pursues pleasure, the more one becomes its prisoner. The more we seek immediate gratification, the further we move away from true satisfaction. But therein lies the real challenge. All the great men of history, from warriors to emperors to visionaries, had one thing in common: they controlled their desires. They didn't let them dictate their actions. That's why they achieved greatness, while others remained slaves to their impulses. The solution: how to break free and regain control. How do you escape this trap? How do you regain control and free yourself from a habit that's holding you back? The answer lies in 3 Stoic principles: self-discipline, determination, and transmutation. 1. Self-discipline, the key to freedom. Said Epictetus, "No one is truly free unless they are masters of themselves." And that's precisely where it all begins. The moment we decide to stop being a slave to our desires, we begin to regain control of ourselves. But self-discipline doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about prioritizing what's truly valuable over what's easy. Every time you resist that urge, you're training your mind to become stronger. You develop your mental strength. And over time, your impulses lose control. 2. Find your purpose. Replace this habit with something greater. The Stoics believe that a life without meaning is a wasted life. This is why so many men struggle with this habit. They lack something meaningful to channel their energy into. Think about it. When you're busy building a business, honing a skill, or striving for excellence, do you really have time to indulge in mindless pleasures? The key is to replace this habit with something that gives you a true sense of fulfillment. 3. Transmutation. Realign your energy. Ancient warriors, artists, and philosophers knew a secret that humanity no longer understands. They understood that sexual energy is the most powerful force in the human body. When this energy is lost, its potential remains unchanged. But when it is redirected and channeled into something productive, it becomes an inexhaustible source of movement. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest thinkers in history, remained famous throughout his life for his understanding of this principle. He knew that by harnessing his energy, he could achieve greatness unattainable by others. And this is precisely what the Stoics preached. Instead of wasting your energy on temporary gratification, use it to strengthen your ambition, creativity and discipline. The culmination. What happens when you give up? Imagine this. Wake up every day with unwavering confidence, no guilt or weakness, just pure, inexhaustible energy. Imagine yourself more motivated, focused, and in control of your life than ever before. This happens when you let go. Your testosterone levels increase, your mental clarity fades, your heart soars to the stars, and most importantly, you regain control of your mind. This is what the Stoics meant by true freedom. It's not just about giving up a habit. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. Conclusion, the final challenge. The question now is, will you remain trapped in the vicious cycle, or will you take control? Will you continue to let a meaningless habit rob you of your potential, or will you overcome it? The choice is yours. But remember, no great man in history has ever been guided by his desires. Those who changed the world were the first to govern themselves. If you're ready to break free, reclaim your power and live like a true Stoic, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Your journey to self-discovery begins now.